Hello, 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 my angels, my love. Thank you for joining me on my channel, Guided Leap of Faith. I want to do something. I want to do today is Tuesday, and I'm feeling like the energy is on twin flames. I feel like you guys have a twin flame. If you know that you're in a twin flame relationship or believe that you're in a twin flame relationship, and you guys are currently in separation, which is part of the twin flame journey, no doubt. I want to talk about it. Okay. We want to do Tuesday Twin Flame Talk It Out. So let's talk about what's going on, where you are in your journey. Some of you, because you're in different time is fluid and you're in different parts of the journey right now. But I do feel like right now the energy is that someone wants to come in towards you. And they are coming, and they are coming in strong. Okay. They miss you, they love you, they've been thinking about you, but they've been holding themselves back because they know that they messed up and they know that you did not deserve it. One-on-one when I say that. And they've been holding themselves back from you, but I feel like they can't continue to refrain from seeing you, talking to you, feeling you, being around you. They need your energy. And I do feel like when they come in, they're going to come in real strong, love bomb you, okay? And I think that they're going to really lay it hard. They may even come in with the waterworks, the tears, to talk about, what they've done, why they've done it. But you guys need to stay strong, okay? Stay strong, regardless of how this person comes in, with a victim story of how they were done wrong, what happened to them, why they did what they did, and they make themselves the victim in the situation. You can't remember you were the victim. They treated you, you came authentically yourself, with so much intensity of being authentically yourself. I feel like this person couldn't handle it. They didn't know what to do. And I think they overreacted, talked themselves or allowed other people to talk them right out of a promising relationship. Okay? I feel like you guys been through a lot. You had to do a lot of healing. You had to go within. And I think now this person wants to come in. They feel like they've given you enough time and things should be on a better footing now, and they want to come in. So let's look at what's going on with the twin flame right now. Just make sure, like, if those of you who want your twin flame back, make sure that you communicate clearly what it is that you want. Make sure you set strong boundaries. And if you feel like you just can't, the trust is gone. The love may still be there, but if the trust is gone, if you can't see them the way you saw them in the past, if there's no longer respect, you really need to think about, is this something that you want to go back to? Okay. Do you want somebody that you can't trust or respect? Is that what you call a healthy relationship? So something for you to think about, because I don't want you to, because I know that collective you could be empaths, you feel people's emotions, and if they come in on that sympathy tip, like, because you're empath and you feel that so strongly, you might be willing to, like, well, okay, I'm gonna give you another chance. But use discernment. Really think about what it is that you're agreeing to get yourself back into, and lead. You don't have to give them an answer that same day. Tell them you need some time to think about it, and actually take some time, do some prayers, do some meditation. Consult with your spirit guide. Really think about how they made you feel, and if it was so easy to disregard you and treat you in a certain way, like, will they do it again? You know. So let's go ahead before we get started. Lead in prayer. God, I come before you in gratitude today for my growth you have fostered in my spiritual life. I recognize this journey is your gift, not by my strength, but by your grace. Help me to remain humble and open to your leading. Continue to nurture the fruits of your spirit within me. May I use your growth to bless others and glorify you in all that I do. Thank you for being constant guide and unfailing source and strength. In Jesus' name, amen. I do ask that my spirit team, Archangel Michael, and my ancestors that watch over me, to continue to protect me, continue to protect the collective and my family, as we tap into the energy, and from those who wish any ill intent or negative influences on our lives. All right, so what is it? What is going on with the twin flame? I don't know if I really want to lead with this. I don't know if I feel like leading with this. I'm not really feeling this one. Hold on, guys. I'm going to pull a different card. I'm going to put these cards up. Let's just go into these twin flame secrets. See what was going on with them. What did my collective twin flame do to them? Okay, so right off the bat, they do feel like you guys were meant to be together. They feel like it says that we are meant to be, and that I've always known. So I do feel like when they first met you, like there was an intense, like when you guys met, you probably met in like an unorthodox way, a weird way, chance fated meeting. And I feel like when your paths did cross, immediately, like it was like your souls recognized one another, and this person did feel like you were the one that they wanted to be with. Okay, but this person needed to do some shadow work. They needed to work on themselves. I feel like they probably just came out of a situation, which will clarify, but they had some things about them, that some negative patterns, some negative way of thinking, maybe attached to a negative environment, negative people, or something that they just needed to work on. But they definitely need to go in and heal some things about themselves. I know I tore you apart, but the way you put yourself back together is beautiful. So this person's watching you. You're doing something collective. Maybe you're posting something online on your social media pages, but you've healed, and this person can see that you heal, and they like it. You know, whether you're in communication or not, this person really does like the healing work that you've done. You've worked on your shadow side, you know, as a result of what you've gone through with this relationship. Each person's journey has been different. But I do feel like they like what they see. You're impressing them, and I believe that you're inspiring them to want to go in and do their healing work as well. Separation is painful, but we are in a spiritual agreement. Our souls understood what must be done. So yeah, so you guys know, like on this twin flame journey, like you come together, you meet, the intensity is very strong in the beginning of your meeting. And then like because the intensity is so strong, you know, it frightens usually the male or whoever has the masculine energy in the relationship, to the point where it brings up so many things that they've gone through, that they become a runner, and you somehow become the chaser in this, until you learn the things that are your trigger points, or you learn what it is that you need to work on in your life, and then you begin to go in and heal. And then once you begin to go in and heal, collective, then you're able to ascend, go to a higher level. Sometimes twin flame relationships come back together. A lot of times they do not. You know, you're brought into each other's lives to mirror things to one another that they need to work on, that they need to fix. Okay? And this is what they're saying. They say that they know that, you know, you guys have spiritual agreement before, even in the 5D and in the 3D, when your paths cross. You know, although separation is painful, it needed to be done because you guys needed to separate from one another so you can go and work on your individual selves individually. This is not the end. We will cross paths again someday. I believe that you will. I do believe that you will pass cross, and it's, you know, they will reach out to you because they know they owe you an apology as well for how they treated you. And I feel like because they're dealing with so much regret and remorse because you did nothing wrong, this person is going to be pushed to a point where their soul is not even going to be at rest until they come in and apologize to you. Don't wait for me to make you happy. I will come when you find happiness within. So you need to work on yourself. Don't sit around and wait on this person, you know, in divine timing. If it's meant for your path to cross, it will. Don't sit and wait, not for just for your twin flame, but for anybody. You know, if somebody's meant to be in your life, they will be in your life. They will come, okay? But you definitely don't want an unhealed person. You don't need to reach out to this person if they haven't done their inner work and they've healed. Let them go off, do them. You know, I don't care if it's 3, 4, 5 years from now, if they get into other relationships or whatever. You just need to focus on yourself and your healing, not them or what they have going on. Our connection is so powerful. Union too soon can't be destructive, but if we wait until we've grown, we will assist humanity. We are powerful. Yes, you guys may have a contract to do something together that's going to assist the collective or assist the community in some type of way. And what they're saying is, you know, like once you both have taken the time to heal, fix yourselves, and you can come together. You might come together or not. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business relationship or romantic relationship. I mean, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it could be a business. Like maybe you guys can start some type of job together or do something together. It was my fault, but because of my pride, I blamed you. That's a mouthful. At least they're recognizing they have a lot of ego and pride. This is something that you could have said. And I believe that when you had your last conversation when you decided that you were going to pull back your energy, pull away from this relationship, stop feeding into it because of their ego and their pride. I believe they went through a stage where they were probably upset, angry, talked about you, lied on you, told everybody something that you did not do, because they didn't want to accept accountability for their actions and the role that they played in this relationship. But it seems like now they, after they've had some time to themselves, some time apart from you, and had an opportunity to really sit back, get past that anger, and look at what went wrong in this relationship. I think now they're probably starting to look at things from another perspective and see, like, yeah, well, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I shouldn't have lied. Maybe I shouldn't have manipulated. You know, I shouldn't have ghosted the collective. Um, Being without you has been so hard, but until I can give you what you deserve, I must stay away. Yeah, this person, I feel like, is really making themselves stay away from you because they don't want to hurt you any more than they already have. I don't feel like that was their intent to begin with, although for some, they intentionally played, they didn't accidentally play games, they did intentionally play games, but you know, what is it this person had going on? Like, why? What we want to know, you know, collective, what did your person have going on in the background? And it's really different for each and every one of you, but um, they definitely want to come in and communicate with you for sure. They want to communicate something. They want to reveal something to you that you may not know. They want to express how they feel, how you make them feel. And they want to maybe apologize. With trash coming out here, they may have gotten involved with a third party that they feel like they need to get rid of, as well as they may have had an old way of thinking, of their own mindset. You know, could have been something that needed to be thrown in the trash as well. Maybe they thought that you were going to hurt them and they've been hurt before, so they just beat you to the punch. They could have thought the relationship was too good to be true. They could have thought it was a fantasy. They maybe they didn't think it was really love. Maybe they thought it was lust. But maybe they had some mental things. They just needed some mental blocks or people in their ear saying things that they needed to put out. But I also feel with trash is that they know how they treated you was trashy, and they wish that, and they know that you probably see them now in a whole nother light, and they don't like the way that you view them, like you, and they just wish that they could just throw the whole experience that you guys had into the trash, because they know that you're never going to see them the way that you did when you first met. And that's so true. You know, I love to always say, once a wolf shows you that they're dressed in, once you see a sheep in wolf's clothing, you can never go back and see him as a sheep. And that's the thing, like, you're never going to go back and see them, that innocence that they had, that what you saw them as being, that perfect gentleman, that protector, you know, that person that you rely on, that you thought that you could rely on, depending on a person you thought would be there. Like, you're never going to see them with that innocence no more anymore. The rose-colored glasses are off. What else? What else did the person on the collective's mind have going on? I tell you what, some might come in and give you that fake apology. Remember, like I said when this thing first started, like, be strong, because I feel like someone wants to come in and say something because they're missing you so much. So they're going to make promises to you that they're not going to be able to keep. They're not even going to tell you everything that's going on, what they have going on. You know, they were hanging around some fake friends, fake people, which I said probably got in their ear saying things about you that they listen to. They may actually have some money problems, financial issues going on. They may need to have a new place to stay. They may have tried to start a business or got into a business deal with some fake friends, and it collapsed, causing them to have lost a lot of money. They may have, you know, gone into business with somebody, third party, with someone else, and there's issues, conflict within that. Okay, we'll verify that. But whatever went on, definitely something's about to explode. Something's about to pop off with that. So I believe they're going to have a tower moment to come into their life. And it's going to be that tower moment that they're going to start to see, like, people as they are, situations. And I believe that your collective probably even told them that, hey, the people you're running with, they're not good for you, or you need to let that go. Okay, let's do a little bit of clarification, and we'll go back to some other things. Like, what can you tell me about these fake friends? Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, they have some fake friends. Definitely, they lack focus. You have the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So they did. I think that they were doing some shoddy work with a fake friend, someone who they thought was a friend. They could have tried to go in business with. They're doing something with. This fake friend probably cheated them in some type of way, led them astray. Because you do have the Eight of Pentacles, so there was a lack of focus on whatever deal or business deal that they could have had together. Somebody was doing some shoddy work, so there could have just been, this could have been a front for something, this business. Maybe somebody was doing some street hustling and they had this business as a front. They were doing things in it. Maybe there was just procrastination with the business getting up and going. You know, something about this friend. This friend betrayed your person in some type of way, in some type of business deal. Could have been with a loan, could have been with finances, it could have just been anything. But they, through this business, they found out like this business just never did prosper. Okay. And the whole time it's like because there was just a lack of vision. There was a lack of vision with it. There was too many people being arrogant. Your person probably was very arrogant, okay, overbearing. It was an impulsive decision that they jumped into. They could have jumped into it with a female, not even with another male, but someone they looked at as being a friend, but somebody could have had romantic feelings with. But the whole thing just lacked vision. It just wasn't well thought out, and they partnered with the wrong person. See, with the twin flame, a lot of times you can have good intentions and have visions of what you want, but if you're partnered with the wrong partner, it won't work. Okay, it's not going to be blessed, and especially if it was built on faulty foundation, it's just not going to last. But there was probably bumping of the heads there because someone was just too arrogant, too overbearing, and too impulsive in how they speak to people. And I do believe there was somebody doing some romance going on at the workplace as well. What else, Spirit? They do see you as a star. You were the gift in this person's life, but they just couldn't focus on you, or they didn't build with you because they had so many options. With the Seven of Cups out here, they had too many choices. They had a very, you know, they wanted to live their fantasy. They had a very wild imagination, and they were given into business, work, ego, lust, money, material things, addictions. They had too many addictions out here. Okay, but they wanted to move towards you because they did see you as their lover. But they were just given in again to addictions. They in materialistic. They're too materialistic. They felt like they would have to lose something or give something up to come towards you. There is a lot of earth out here and water signs, and there is some fire signs out here as well. Okay, so this person gave into another situation that's not working out for them. They weren't ready to face their fears also. And I feel like this is a person that wanted to win at all costs and really did not want to be alone. Okay, and maybe this person felt like you didn't give them a whole lot of time. And so they use their time in other ways. Okay, but this person is trying to manifest you back into their life. They do want to come back in, talk to you, see you, like I said earlier, you know, say tell you what's been going on with them. They may contact you to just say that, you know, basically check your temperature, just to say they're checking on you, see how everything is going. Okay, so tell me what's going on, like what's going on with this person in their endeavors. Yeah, they want to come back and build now with you. They're ready to put an end to something. They are facing a painful truth about themselves, okay? And they realize that the relationship that they thought, because I feel like this person thought they had you in the palm of their hands, everything was secure, you weren't going to question them or say anything while they were out here doing what they were doing, living their life, thought these were the options. But I think that they've come to realize that it wasn't as secure as they thought that it was. And this person wants to start over. They want to begin again, okay? I do feel like a tower moment is going to come and shake something up in this person's environment. If it has not already, it will, okay? Because this person was trying to hide something from you. With the umbrella card out here, yeah, somebody was trying to protect a secret from you. They felt the need to, and also I feel like this person feels the need to protect you in some type of way. Like maybe they have a friend or a third party that's talking about you. Maybe you're online like I am, and they're seeing things and they're bad mouthing you, saying something about you, and this person feels like you know, because they still have love for you and they know that you really didn't do anything wrong. Maybe they feel the need to be protective of you. Like maybe they're speaking back. Maybe they're standing up for you in some way that you don't know about, okay? I do feel like this person may also be looking for another place to move. There might be something going on in their housing environment and they're looking to move, or if they're staying with someone, they're looking to leave that situation, okay? They do realize that they dropped the ball with you, and they want to be able to start over, but they're not sure how to come in. They feel like the ball is in your court at this point, and they're waiting for you to give them that opening, say something, reach out, or let them know that it's okay for them to come in and speak to you, okay? They are at this point just trying to make the most of a situation that's not, you know, in their favor. They're with somebody they don't want to be with, but they're just there, okay, just trying to make the best of it. But I don't think they're going to be there not long, because the game is basically showing game over, okay? This person with the makeup jar coming out here, this is someone who just looks at the outer beauty and doesn't look at the inner beauty of people, and they weren't at one point looking to see things from another perspective, okay? Also, I feel like somebody could be dealing with some depression. You or your person could be dealing with some depression at this time, and you just got to know that, you know, the days after this 21 is going to get better. The life is better, you know. Also, you want to pay attention to, like, to the inner beauty of people. All right, someone might need to get a healthcare checkup. Somebody might have something going on with their heart. They need to get a checkup. And also somebody just needs to make healthy choices in people that they want to love. Like, if a person is not seeing your value, your worth, or giving you respect, if you can't trust them, like, this is not somebody you need to have in your life. And you need to talk to people when you're speaking with people, when you're communicating what you want. Really communicate from your heart and your mind, okay? And listen to your body. Like, how does your body feel like when you're around them? Because your body tells you a lot of things about a person's energy. Okay, and just remember, like, if you are willing to hear this person out and give it a chance with a turtle, you want to take it slow. Don't rush into anything. Pace yourself. Really listen. Like, if do their actions back up what they're saying? 20 to 22. When I say that, you know, maintain your emotional strength as well. Okay. Stay guarded, stay protective. I do feel, again, we have 3 towers out here. Something's going to happen to really shake up the stability, your person's stability. There's going to be something unexpected. Something could be unexpected that comes into your life, or something that's going to blow them back in to talk to you. Okay, but this is somebody who really just wanted their cake and eat it too. They were just out here having fun, living in the moment, really dealing with some addiction, sexual, pills, drugs, you know, whatever. Everybody's story is going to be different. But I think that, you know, they're starting to see some real facts about you, something that they weren't willing to look at before. They're really looking at with a more prestigious look, okay? They're learning something new about you. I feel like they're doing some research as well, maybe looking into twin flames, maybe researching tarot, or even just researching something about a situation that they've gotten themselves into, okay? But I feel like in time, things are going to come to light. With the clock out here, with the divine timing, things will come to light. But right now, your person's doing a lot of thinking. They're really thinking a lot, pondering what happened. They're reminiscing. They're feeling sad. You know, I feel like this was a very stubborn person that just didn't want to, you know, make a move, or does somebody feel like they needed to be in control of everything, control of what goes on in their life, control of relationships. And maybe they felt like they had to have so much control over you because maybe they didn't have control on what was going on in their life, okay? Again, somebody's dealing with some type of addiction. We have this out here 3 times now, okay? Somebody might be dealing with a substance, food addictions, alcohol, drugs, pills. But somebody's just is not. They also feel like they're attached to someone in a relationship in some form that's just not meeting their basic needs. That's not feeding them. So they still, even though they're with somebody inside, they still feel alone. Okay. They're not happy. They're not happy, and they have their happiness with you. They really did. You know, they felt like your relationship would have been successful had they stayed with you. You made them see things in a better light. And that they're now starting to look back and see your value, you know, the value that you have. Um, and I think this person's doing a lot of crying. Like at night, and I think when they're alone, they sit, they cry because they're doing some soul searching about what they did and why they did it. And they really don't have an explanation as to, you know, why they did it, and nothing other than the fact that they were just codependent. So they could have gone back to a relationship that they could have had in the past, somebody they felt codependent with. Again, codependency with addictions. Okay, they could have been addicted to a person. They could have gone to somebody that does alcohol and drugs and party and does the things, the low vibrational things that maybe you weren't willing to do with you, with them. I apologize, with them. Okay, and maybe this person, like what they went to, they know what your person like, and they fed into those addictions, and your person fell into the illusion of how great things were going to be, got into that situation, and realized things are not great at all because you have two unhealed people with addictions. Okay, yeah, this person hid behind a mask. They were hiding something. They were hiding the fact that they were in other relationships. They were hiding the fact that they were entertaining other people. Maybe they were married. Maybe they lived with someone. Maybe they had a business with someone. Maybe someone was staying at their place. Maybe they were staying at each other's places back and forth and you didn't know. But they were definitely there was definitely a lot of deception in that relationship, you know, and it caused you to put boundaries. I think that your spirit guides told you something. If someone else, or if you didn't see something for yourself, you just felt disrespected. You know, you felt the need to stand up for yourself, defend yourself, and let them know that they're just not going to treat you any way they want to. You know your value, you know your worth, and you know what you deserve, and you're just not willing to settle for less. Okay, and I think that when you place those boundaries, your person started feeling paranoid, and I feel like they're dealing with that paranoia now, and they're insecure. They don't think that they're going to get you back. They know that you're guarded. They know they can't just come in and tell you any old thing. They know that they come in to talk to you. You're looking for some type of explanation as to why they did what they did, and they don't have those answers for you. Or either they have something that they still want to hide from you that they don't want you to know because they feel like right now their next move needs to be their best move. And if you know everything that's going on, like that might be the final nail in the coffin for you. And they feel like they may only have one more chance to come back in. But they are feeling a little optimistic, okay, and hopeful that they can come in and say something to you. But, you know, we don't know. I mean, that's going to be on you guys. That's going to be on you. So what is it that, what loving messages, like they're hopeful, like what would the person that, what, let's do this twin flame talk it out. What do you want to say? You know, what do you want to say, divine masculine or person with my masculine energy, to my collective? You want to say you lacked confidence, you didn't feel like you were enough, you self-sabotaged this, you know, out of fear. Yeah, you want to let the collective know that you did hide behind a mask, that you were hiding your true feelings. You didn't tell them that you loved them. You definitely didn't back it up with actions. You didn't tell them. You gaslit them. You were pretending, you know, that you were going to be that form of strength for them, that mate. You were pretending that you wanted this family relationship with them at the time. You know that you didn't because you had work to do in yourself. You know, you want to say you're sorry for backstabbing them. You're having a lot of pain after this separation that you're experiencing, and they want you to know that they want to take you out on a date. They want to spend a lot of time with you. Okay, also they could have been they're afraid that maybe you met someone new. Okay, they're afraid that maybe you're in another relationship, that you met someone new. I also feel like this person may have been dating online, meeting people online, and hooking up with them to go have drinks with them, maybe even giving them gifts, buying them flowers. Okay, definitely they have an addiction. It's too much. There was no doubt about it. Somebody on my board has an addiction. If not your person, it is who they got with, if not both. Because addiction won't stay off my table. So let's be clear. There's an addiction, collective. If you don't know about it, if you did not know about it, you know about it now. So if this person does come back in and they say they want to take you on a date, they want to spend time with you, they want to have a second chance, please know this person has an addiction. Now, as far as exactly what that addiction is, I do not know. This person is also possessive, controlling, They are emotionally blocked. Okay, so they're at this point, they're not really ready to give from the heart, so they're codependent still. Okay, so you need to again, be mindful. Make your decisions from both the mind and the heart. You are not pressed. Don't let anyone pressure you to feel like if they come in and they ask you a question that they need that answer at that moment. If they can't wait for your answer, then that is your answer. Okay, because it's not on their time, they're not in control, it's on your time, your comfortability, what you feel like you can and can't handle. Okay, so don't bend on that. It's on your time. If you need time to think, if it's a sharp no, then it's just no. They have to accept that. If it's you need time to think about it because you need to see if they changed, then you need to express that. Okay, all right, you do have positive mindset. You are able to manifest what you want. You do have a lot of blessings coming in. Blessings will be coming towards you. Okay, and it's going to be a way of thank you from the universe for taking the time to heal, for going in and doing what you know you needed to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. We'll pull from our where's my twin flame here? My twin flame message cards, oracles. And let's see what the angels have to say. A twin flame message from the angels. Because now we know, like, this person, they ran. They know it was their fault. They feel like you guys are going to come back together. They do know they need to work on themselves. I don't see anything on my board at this point to say that they are doing the work on themselves. But they do want to communicate with you about what transpired and what they have going on in their life. But again, they are still dealing with some addictions. They are still codependent, if not just on the addictions, but codependent on someone else. Okay, so them coming to you is only because they don't want you moving on in another relationship with somebody else and being abundant with somebody else. They don't want to lose their spot. Okay, but they're not letting go of what they have attached themselves to. So be warned. This person's just insecure, okay, at this point. They're paranoid that you're moving on without them, and that's not what they wanted. They still, the devil-like energy, they still feel like they possess you, they have control over you, and they still want to hold on to you in some type of way, okay? So our divine oracle message is, it's so sad to love a soul and maybe never know how they truly feel about you. It's not tragic to love and not being loved back. It's tragic when true love is being silenced. Okay, so basically it's like you say, you need to speak your emotions. You need to speak your heart. If you love somebody, let them know. Why hide it? Why hide your feelings? If you love someone, then just say you love them. What is wrong in telling a person that you love them? Like, what is the fear of saying I love you? Okay, because you being loved does not make you look weak in any sense. It does not say that I'm relinquishing all my control to you. You love somebody, you love them. Love is a great thing. People need to stop looking at love like it's some type of bad thing and know that love is a great thing. Okay, there's nothing better than having love and have somebody love you back. True happiness. They don't need to look at it like it's a game, like to be played with. I think some people confuse love with lust, and they don't really know what love is. We only get to live this one life. Live it for you, not for anyone else. Something doesn't feel right, don't do it. Surround yourself with things and people that make you happy, and get rid of anything toxic. Exactly what I was just saying to you guys. Like, don't let someone come in and give you a sob story and you have this impact moment or their feelings, and you give into them because you want to see the best of them. And don't put your life on hold to wait thinking, oh, my twin flame is going to come back. I need to be available when he comes back or she comes back. No, you need to get out there, do you, live your life, be happy. If you have met someone new, kudos to you. If you do meet someone new, don't be afraid to go out on a date. Enjoy them, enjoy the moment. You don't know where it's going to lead to. Don't sit around thinking about the sapsucker, because when the sapsucker was out there living their life, they weren't thinking about you. Okay, so that is the message for the Twin Flame Talk It Out Tuesday. And until later, you guys have a great day.